hit record and then I'm going to share my screen. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. I am here to talk to you all about this amazing opportunity about being a Beachbody coach. And so my name is Tamara Egan, and I am a 3-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I'm a divorced mom of one little girl who's 7. And I'm a full-time working mom. So I work full-time as a social worker in a court setting, so high-stress job. I take care of my house, all the crazy responsibilities. Tonight I was running to dance, running home, getting in the shower, doing the homework, all that crazy fun stuff. But I started with Beachbody in August of 2012. And as we go through this webinar tonight, you'll hear a little bit about me, and just know that I'm only one story. There's so many people on my team, on the bigger team that I'm a part of, which is Wild Impact, and that's everybody tonight, is from a coach who has been on that team, has the one who's invited you. So I'm just one person. And what I want to share with you tonight is my story and a little bit about why I became a coach and why I think everyone should be doing this. It shocks me sometimes when people are like really even concerned about this, because it's so amazing, this opportunity, and it could be as little or as much as you want it to be, but it's awesome. And so that's what I hope to get across to you guys tonight. So thanks for joining us. So right now in the United States, we have a crazy epidemic going on. We have obesity is our #1 killer at this point. It's creating additional health issues that we all are paying for. And 66% of adults and 20% of children are obese or overweight right now. And that puts a toll on all of us. By 2030, and that's so not long away. I feel like I remember when it was turning 2000, right? But 15 years from now, it's estimated that 86% of adults are going to be overweight. That is staggering to me. But if you sit and you watch and you look at a movie theater or a mall, or I was recently in an airport, and you just watch people walk by, it is amazing to me how many people are living overweight and therefore unhealthy and uncomfortable. Lots of people feel like they can brush it off and they're okay, but really they're not. And at the end of the day, we need to help be a better example for our next generation. And that's why in 2030, it's estimated that 30% of children are going to be obese or overweight. And that's what we're trying to change as coaches. And that's what these two guys decided in 1998. This is John Congdon on the left and Carl Deichler on the right. They are our founders of Beachbody. These guys were in the infomercial industry, doing infomercials for other products, and were getting healthier themselves at the time, and said, we need to do something about this and we need to help other people. So our goal is to help people live more healthy and fulfilling lives, whatever that may mean for them. That journey is different for every single person. And so we have become the leader of at-home fitness programs. We have so many. These are just some of them. I couldn't even fit all of them on the screen. But we have something for everyone: beginners, advanced, athletes, elderly who are looking to do some fluid mobility and stability. We've got stuff for kids. My daughter loves to do the Shaun T Kids program, and she loves to do PIO with me. There's so many fitness programs. It doesn't matter what your level of fitness, we have something for everyone, and it's only getting more with our Beachbody On Demand. Now we are now going to be the Netflix of fitness, and you can log on and get these programs streaming right to your television, to your device, whether it's an iPhone or an iPad or a tablet. As long as you can connect to the internet, you can connect to our fitness programs. And so no more carrying around DVDs unless you want to, which is just awesome. So if you are in the United States and Canada, we have the most amazing nutritional products as well. So this company is pairing fitness as well as nutrition, and then the support of a coach. So the nutrition in Shakeology, or the Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day food-based cleanse. We also have a 3-day refresh that's not pictured here. That's a 3-day healthy cleanse. You're going to eat. Our company is about being healthy, and all of these products are natural. And we're going to talk a little bit about Shakeology, but we have so many different nutritional products, and more are coming this summer. And we also have a skincare line. So this is me on this picture right here. So like I said, I was a 212-pound overweight and unhealthy mom who had convinced herself that I didn't have time to work out. That I joined gyms. 17% of the population belongs to a gym. I was one of them. And so I just didn't go. I didn't want to put my daughter in the gym. And I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to be fat. And so I met my coach, and you'll see her pictured in a little bit, Shane. Shane and I are friends. We work together. She started with this business, and I watched her for a while. She's what I call a gym rat, going to the gym every day, spending an hour to an hour and a half. And I just I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. That's just not going to be part of my life. And she kept inviting me because she wound up stopped going to the gym because she was now had these at-home programs that she was doing. And so she was sometimes going to the gym, but she was also doing these awesome fitness programs at home. And so I signed up as what we call a discount buyer. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But this is my journey. I've now been able to take off 65 pounds and keep it off. This is a picture of me last summer, and I'm probably a little bit healthier, more fit now. I just went to Cancun and felt comfortable in a two-piece. I haven't worn a two-piece since I was 17. I'm 37 now. I look younger, I feel better, and now I'm passionate about helping other people. So we have the most popular in-home fitness and weight loss solutions in history. That's what Beachbody is doing to end this trend of obesity. And we pair that with our all natural nutritional supplements to help people end this trend. And then we have this online club with all these tools. I mentioned the online streaming of our programs. We also have all sorts of ability to look up recipes and create full meal planners. It's amazing. And then we also have cash and prizes to help give people more motivation. So not only do you get a coach where you're helping, you as the coach or your coach, I still need help sometimes, are helping motivate, but we also can enter our results and get cash and prizes. And you get a t-shirt at the end of your fitness program. Down on the bottom, that's Kathy. She has been able to take off 50 pounds just with Shakeology, and now has added all of this fitness, and she's just feeling amazing, amazing as she heads into, the upper portion of her life. I've never felt so good at 37. I can't believe I feel better than I did at 17 or 21. And so what we give people is that support. And that's where I think a lot of people are missing it. You're paying an exorbitant amount of money for a trainer. The trainer you see once a week, or if you're lucky and you can afford it, twice a week. The rest of the time, it's really hard to know what to do or keep up with what you're doing. And so Shakeology really supplements that fitness part. So you've got these DVDs, you're popping them in every day. Okay, now nutrition, and they say, and it's true, the nutrition is the 80% of it. And so Shakeology is something that's going to completely help you reach your goals. And this is what we have to give to people. 70 all-natural ingredients from everywhere, all over this planet. No sugars, no artificial flavors, no chemicals. It's full of antioxidants, proteins, vitamins, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, you name it, and it's got it. It is the most dense dose of superfood nutrition you can put in your body every day. And replaces all of your nutrients from a vitamin. You don't need that anymore. it's all coming in your Shakeology. So we have lots of awesome flavors, completely gluten-free. Don't have to worry about if you have vegan issues. If you're a vegan and you don't want to have something that would violate that, we have a vegan formula. If you have any dairy or lactose issues, we take care of that as well. So Shakeology is amazing, and at only 130 to 170 calories per serving. I've got guys beefing it up with extra yogurt and Greek yogurt and a banana and all kinds of stuff. I have lots of people just adding some fruit, making lots of different recipes, in however it is you want to make it and love it. I have my go-to recipes, we all do, and I can't imagine a day without it. So what does it do, right? What do all these nutrients do? So for me, I heard it was going to help me lose weight, and it was going to help curb my appetite. That's what I needed at the time when I was starting my journey at 212 pounds, but it also boosts your energy and reduces your cravings. So for me, in the morning, I was drinking it and I was not needing coffee anymore. I rarely have coffee now, which is awesome for a lot of people. Caffeine intake is a huge issue. It also is going to help improve your digestion and regularity. We are proven to lower cholesterol. So anyone in your life who has cholesterol issues, this is proven. We are clinically proven to help lower cholesterol. And the glycemic index rating is only 24 per serving. So anyone who has diabetic issues or is pre-diabetic has a very big concern with glycemic index. And as is an example, because I didn't know this when I was getting started, an apple has 38 and a baked potato has 93. So at 24, it is the lowest you could possibly get with the nutrient load that we have. So completely safe. And it is doctor recommended. And we always tell people, check with your doctor. But as all doctors, this is definitely progressive, and we are an amazing nutritional supplement that we should be putting in our bodies every day. I'm passionate about that. I have my mom drinking it. I have my daughter drinking it. I have every friend that will possibly listen to me is drinking this product because I care about people and I want them to live healthier too. This also complete 30-day bottom of the bag guarantee. Mute, that'd be great. There's a little microphone down in the bottom left, or mute yourself. Thanks. So what makes us unique? Well, we are the leader in relationship marketing. So this is about, feeling great about yourself. And I tell people when they ask me, what do you do as a Beachbody coach? Well, I get to live healthy and more fit myself each day. And then I get I'm financially rewarded for helping other people do the same. It's almost as if that's got to be not real. If you told me that 3 years ago, 212-pound mom, that I'd be doing this today, helping anyone else, I would have thought you were insane. I couldn't possibly help myself, let alone help someone else. But as you start to get healthier and more fit, or if you're already healthy, people go to you and they ask you your advice on things. And if you're sharing what you're doing and what you're loving, which is what we do, then people are going to just follow you. That's just the nature of life. We want to do what our friends are doing that's working. And so that's what this is. So we give, the company gives us paying customers and commissions on all of their future orders. So that's what it is. You get a personal website to take care of all of your ordering, and Beachbody takes care of all of the product fulfillment. So we only keep what we personally consume. I don't have stuff on hand to just be handing to people, but the company takes care of that. We are actually now a $1 billion company in 2014. So we crossed the $1 billion threshold. We are the 31st fastest growing direct selling company in America. And, if you do any Google searching, direct selling and, multi-level marketing, whatever word or term you want to use, it is the fastest growing employment, because folks are working full time like myself, and they're still not being able to enjoy all the extra things in life. And that's really what Beachbody initially provided for me, was all of the extras that I couldn't take care of. And so that's, a lot of people are entering this field and finding the right company. I believe that Beachbody is the right one. We're only going to get bigger from here. So they spend, if you turn on your television any time of the day, we have an infomercial on television. I was actually at my gym doing some weight training the other day, and there was 3 different screens, different channels. All of our 3 of the screens had our infomercials on. And so they are spending $125 million a year just in advertising for us. We have the #1 longest running infomercial in the 21-Day Fix. So that's all for us as coaches. We are in the Better Business Bureau Hall of Fame with an A+ rating. So no worries about this company doing anything backhanded in any way. We're truly here to help people feel better. A Rising Star Award for Direct Selling Association, and we will be going global. We hit Canada, and that is one of the toughest markets to open internationally, and so that was purposefully done. And I believe that in the coming year, we will be seeing where else we will be heading in this world, because unfortunately the United States is kind of rubbed off on the rest of the world and our unhealthy habits. And so we are getting bigger from here, and we need more coaches in our country and Canada to be able to sustain and help the rest of the world and find more coaches in those countries. So some reasons why this business is just better, and I'll just kind of go through these a little bit. It's a completely level, equal playing field. Everyone starts at the same level. You come in as a coach, and you decide what you want to do with this. If you just want to get your discount, get your discount. Get your Shakeology for $17 cheaper every month and do absolutely nothing. There's no requirement in that. That's what I started as, because I wanted it for sale, and that's how I shop usually. And I knew it was going to take me 6 months to get the weight off minimally. And so I knew I was going to be drinking Shakeology at least for 6 months. Now I've learned so much about it. I'll never stop drinking Shakeology. Every day till the day I die, I will be drinking Shakeology because of how amazingly healthy it is for you. A very small investment, as little as $39.95 on our team. I encourage everyone, and we'll share a little bit more about that, but $140, and that's for a consumable product. So that's for a month of Shakeology for yourself and a fitness program. Like, that's just insane. You're going to be able to utilize that for a whole month, and the fitness program forever. And it's basically, you depend on what it is you make with this. It's your drive that determines whether you take this to a part-time level and you're going to make a little bit extra money on the side, or are you going to take this and go all the way to 6 figures income and beyond. And that's my choice. That's where I'm headed. I will cross that threshold this year and be able to retire from my full-time job. That is my goal. That's not everybody's goal on my team. And that's okay. I work with whatever your goal is. I have a coach that she wants a pool. Awesome. Let's get you a pool, whatever it is. Immediate mentorship program. We want to help you succeed. So we work with you. Your upline sponsoring coach and your upline coaches are all here. We really are a team, and we truly work together. You'll see a couple of other people from this team, not just me. In a couple of later slides. Seniority means nothing. You can out-earn your sponsor. Again, part-time, less risk. You put 100% of your effort, but not 100% of your time. Residual income, invest your time, and you don't have to trade that for money. Building a business for the next generation. I have a business center, and I'll talk a little bit about this too, that I'm reserving. My daughter's only 7. She can't be a coach till she's 18. She will be slotted into that position, and she'll be making some extra money right from that account that I'm building for her when she goes to college. And I'll be able to hand that off to her. And your business is based on your effort. Again, you work hard, you get rewarded for it. You choose to work 8 to 10 hours at this business as a part-time coach. Awesome. You're going to get rewarded for that. I choose to work this business on a full-time level. So I come home from my full-time job and I work this business full-time as well, because that's my choice, because I have goals. So the larger your business gets, the less you have to put into it. And I'll talk a little bit about that. I'm a little bit far from that goal, but that's probably around the 5-year mark in this business. Your business just kind of like is taking off and you're not really doing a whole lot. It's called residual income. And you can choose to just stop working at that point. I've seen coaches who have stopped and they're just traveling all around the world and spending extra time different places because they can. So what is a coach? You do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. You heard, I'm a social worker in a court setting, and I was overweight, and I've learned so much about nutrition from all of my counterparts over the last 2 years, and I'm still learning. But you don't have to know any of that. And like I said, as a big team, I do have nutritionists on our team. We have doctors on our team. We have nurses, and but you don't have to be any of those things because we have all of that right at our fingertips to help each other. You don't have to already have reached your fitness and nutrition goals. Like you saw me. I wish I had started this right from the beginning and encouraged people to join me while I was 212 pounds. Folks don't remember that I was that weight until I throw up a picture. They are used to seeing me like this because I've kept it off now. But you don't have to be at that place. Bring people along on your journey and let you help them now. You don't have to be an experienced salesperson. Of course, yes, this is sales, but it's so much more. When you go somewhere and you're looking for something, I walk into Best Buy. Yes, those people are salespeople, but I'm there looking for a product. And that is what we do, is people are looking for an answer. They're looking to be successful at something. If they've struggled with their health and fitness for part of their life, some of their life, I've always been healthy and fit, but want to take off that last 5 or 10 pounds, whatever it is, they're seeking something and we have the answer. And it's my obligation to share that with people. That's how I feel. So a coach should be someone who's sharing with other people how they've changed their lives and how that person can now achieve their goals and change their life too. Be committed to showing other people that this actually works. I work out with our fitness programs. I was actually at my gym. I was streaming Chalene Extreme and doing my weight training program. So I work out 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 7, 5 to 6 days a week. And if you had told that person that picture you saw that I would enjoy fitness, that I would be not even liking a rest day, I would have told you were insane. Today, I felt off all day. I usually work out in the morning. I just felt like sluggish and more like depressed almost. I was like, what is wrong with me today? And I hadn't worked out this morning. And I swear I would have bet you $1 million in April of 2012 that you were kidding me that I would feel like that today. So we want to help keep improving ourselves and developing myself to be a better person than I was yesterday. So we help others. We share our results with them so that we inspire them. That people say I'm inspiring to them just blows my mind away still all the time. And it's the most rewarding thing to be in such a positive community of people who are all working towards a goal, all individual, but all working towards a goal. Support and encourage your customers, answer their questions, suggest a new program for them, help pair them with the right program. As much as our infomercials are awesome and they're bringing customers into us, a lot of times people are buying programs that maybe might not be the right thing for them. So I like to try to grab them. I want to try to reach out to people before they're at 10:30 at night watching an infomercial and grabbing insanity because it looked good. I want to invite them to join us before that. Before they're desperate, before they're making an impulse buy. I want to help them really pair them with the right program and really talk about what are their goals? What are they looking to accomplish? And guide them to the next program. So what are the benefits? Amazing tax benefits. This is a picture of me, and the little one in the pink shorts behind is my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, McKenna. I was able to take her on our rewards trip to Cancun, and that's where this was. We were doing Autumn's 21-day fix. Autumn's on the stage behind the camera. And her and I, she was just like in awe. My gosh, we're able to go on this trip. And so I was able to fly her there. We were able to go, and that's a tax write-off. That's crazy, right? So, so we have amazing working for yourself, having an at-home business. You have an amazing opportunity to have tremendous tax benefits, a limitless income potential based on your efforts. Folks, I really can't impress upon you enough. I've met many now $1 million income earners with Beachbody, and there's no difference between them and me. I'm convinced that if I want it, I can have it too. And so can you. We just live in a society that has kept us all down. I truly believe that. We go to work every day, we clock in, we do our job, we clock out, we go home, we turn around, we repeat. And it's the success, that's for those other people. That's not what we do here with Beachbody. With Beachbody, whatever your dreams are, whatever your desires are, you can have them. There's no reason why you can't. It's going to take hard work, and there's no reason why you can't do that. Fun ways to travel with our incentive vacations. Like I said, I was just in Cancun with my daughter on our rewards trip. This is a picture of us and the team. There's Lou in the middle. That's whose Zoom we're on. My upline sponsor and coach, Shane, Kelly, so many of my friends in this picture. This was in Vegas at our summit last year. We're getting ready to go to Nashville in July. Got my cowboy boots. We're ready to go. How to make money. Okay, so now we're going to get to the dirty stuff, right? And this is where, honestly, I'm so passionate about helping other people. For a long time, Lou would always be like, so what was your commission today? I was like, I don't know. I mean, I work full time, right? This is gravy. Well, then when I started to really think about what I could do with this, now I start looking, I'm not going to lie. But you can just do retail. You can just share retail, help other people with the fitness programs, and just make a little bit of extra cash. You want to make your car payment a month. You want to make an extra $500 a month. You want to make enough money for, to take your family on vacation. Whatever it is for you, you can do that. And you can do that strictly just by doing retailing if you want. It's the fastest way to earn money, and it's a 25% commission. So anything you sell, 25% of that goes to you. But this is where the real money is in building a team. And we need an army. This country, just our country, has got a massive epidemic, right? So we need a lot of people because I can't affect all the people that I don't know them, and they don't trust me. They trust you. That's why we need to do this together as a team. And so building a team is what's so important. And that's why I push all my team to find more people. We've got to help more people. So that's where the income potential really and truly is, as well as in building a team, immediately earning money because your coaches are helping other people. And then that's all funneling up. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then developing other leaders. So you heard me say I'm a 3-star diamond coach, right? So what that means in Beachbody land is I've helped create 3 other leaders right now, at least 3 that are my own personally sponsored leaders. And then I have lots of other leaders because they're creating leaders, right? So developing leaders on your team, and then I get a matching bonus for what they're doing. And then we get bonuses. I mean, it's amazing. And I'll show you a little bit about that too. So again, I talked to you about a little bit what the different types of coaches are. Just get your discount. If your coach had invited you here because you're a loyal Shakeology user, what are you doing paying full price? If you love our programs and you love our nutritional products, get a discount. That's just, it's a no-brainer to save $16 to $17 a month. Get a discount. If you want to make a little bit of extra money, and you can move in between these as you sign up, right? You decide to sign, like I did. I decided to sign up for a discount, and then I started just doing this a little bit part-time because it was just kind of falling in my lap. And then I went, had a conversation over lunch and was asked how much money I would need to make every month to make a run at this. And at that time, I had no idea what I was sitting on. And I'm going to share, it's really uncomfortable for me, but I'm going to share with you my income. And that's when I decided I was going to go at this and I was going to make this happen. So how do you build a team? The first step is to become an Emerald coach. So here's me. And so you start by finding 2 business partners, and one of them can be a spouse or a family member. Okay, so these are actually my 2 first coaches, Paula, who just had her 3rd baby, and I love this picture of her. She is my best friend from when I was from about 2nd to 5th grade. That's the other amazing thing about this business is you get a chance to reconnect and connect with people who've been part of your life. And had it not been for Beachbody, I don't know that she and I would have been able to reconnect on the level that we have. I mean, obviously we connected through Facebook, but now we get a chance to talk more regularly. And she's been able to do whatever it is she wants to do with this business. So she was actually my first coach that I signed. And then I signed, at the time I signed my spouse, but now that spouse position is fitted with my godfather. That's my uncle, my mother's brother, my Uncle Larry. So my Uncle Larry is a very special person in my life. And so he is actually a coach with us. And so when you bring on that spouse or family member, they don't have to do anything but give their social security number. So my uncle's social security number is with Beachbody. He is considered a coach. I take care of whatever tax issues he might have. But he is a coach with us. And so I completely control his account, and I take care of his account, and I run his account. He has no idea how to log into his back office. And then you start building. And so here's where we're going to talk a little bit about money. And like I said, guys, this is really uncomfortable for me, but I think it's important for you to see. I said I started as a discount buyer in August of 2012. And so in March, I had that fateful lunch where I was asked how much money I would need to make. So I figured I would start there because I dibble-dabbled, right? So we've got this is in March 2013 is when I had that lunch. It was March 1st. And then I said, okay, well, let's start, sharing this with more people. Why am I not opening my mouth about this? This is amazing, right? So I started sharing, and so I started making basically retail. This is retail money. So not bad, 1 week's pay for a little bit of extra work, right? And then I started to really push the business and start working. So a year later, this is my next year. So this is just the same grouping of weeks, basically. Now we see, and it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and it goes down. But we've got some crazy income, right? For a month's worth of work, I'm pulling in over $2,000 in 2014. And here we are in 2015. And so this was just last week, right? Obviously. And so I took the last snapshot of what I'm making. And again, guys, this is really uncomfortable for me to share this with you, but I want to show you this because I'm no different than you. I have been able to work this business. I've been able to give it my all. And so obviously you're looking at somebody who has worked really hard for the last 2 years. I'm not going to try to pretend like this does not drop from the sky, this money. This doesn't just materialize. This comes from my effort, my hard work, and my helping other people. That's really what these numbers mean. And that's what they mean to me. So how did I make that 13? That was actually what was deposited in my bank account today, because we see our commission a week early and then it's deposited the following week. And I should mention, this is just a cross section of one business center. So I do have 3 now at the level that I am. I have my account, I have my Uncle Larry's account, and then I have my second business center, which I just recently opened and I'm building. So this is just a cross section of the most lucrative one, but I do have others, and they look more like my uncle's account is somewhere in between these 2, and then my newest one is somewhere around here. So the total. So we've got that total, right? It's down here. So what does this number represent is what I'm going to show you now. So subscription commission. So I had none this particular week, but basically if people are a club member, which they're getting the online streaming, they're getting the, the meal planning, all of those things, you make a commission off of their quarterly commission. So I just happen to have none of those this week. And then I also have a matching bonus. So for this particular week, it was $111. And that's basically me making 5% of what my team's volume is doing. So all of the work that my team is doing, I'm making a portion of that as well. And then there's my retail, which was a whopping $32.49 that week, right? So that's my retail alone for this past week. I didn't do much. That's one Shakeology went out that week. And then I have other weeks where it's crazy. So I just happen to show you that one because I think that that's important to just kind of go straight across and show you. But this is where the money is with having an amazing team. And I love my team. They're doing amazing things and helping other people. And that is my reward for growing them, training them, being there for them, taking care of them, helping them any step of the way that I can, and growing it bigger. And so that's where this money can really get silly almost, is when you just keep growing this and we just keep building this humongous army. It's important for me to share. I have to do this legal part about Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own effort, diligence, and skill. And you can see our statement there at that website, and our coach can give it to you too, who invited you. Okay, and then this is the most amazing part, is when you get to a certain level. So I'm a 3-star, right? So that's more than 2. It opens up the bonus pool. I've worked my social work job for the last 10 years. For 4 years of it, we were on a freeze, had no raises whatsoever, didn't have a COLA, didn't have a merit, didn't have nothing. And I've never gotten a bonus ever. I just got my first bonus, and that's what it was. It was $906.98 right before I went to Cancun, which was amazing. I was able to take my daughter to swim with the dolphins and do something amazing that I never would have been able to do, and got a bonus. Like, that's just crazy, just for doing this amazing thing that I love, helping other people now. And you continue up the ranks, and these are the bonuses, and they compound on each other. So you don't get just one. I don't know about you guys, but $52,000 for a quarter, and this is a quarter, at a 15-star diamond, and I know many of them. So the company basically takes their rewards, their dividends, what we've been making each quarter is different. This is based on the last quarter of the year, which is probably the lowest, because October to December is our slow time. This next quarterly bonus will be larger. January to March is obviously a more crazier time. So customers who order from our number 1 infomercials, right, are given a coach. So that's where our customers come from, right? That's not the only place, but that's a large portion of where our customers, large portion where my customers come from. They order off of the internet, and they order off of online, or they order off of eBay, or they order wherever Beachbody is, because we're everywhere. And they're given a coach. They're given a free coach. And so I get those because I'm an Emerald coach or above, and because I'm actively working this business. So long as you're working this business, the company gives them to us. We're only one of 4 companies that do that, which is just unbelievable. And it depends on the week, but we're getting like crazy numbers of customers every week. I'm sure it's probably more than 50,000, just given our reach with the infomercials at this point. And we also get our customers from our friends and our people around us and people who we meet on social media. So we get customers from all over the place. I get customers when I'm at the nail salon and people are talking about just general stuff, and it leads to health and nutrition. So how do I get started? How much does this all cost, right? So what we talked about a little bit earlier was you can do this as cheap as $39.95. Okay. And that basically gives you all of your websites. It gets you the training, it gets you access to our online office, and you get started. But if you're going to come on my team, or this team that you're a part of, you're going to come on a little bit of a different way. And basically all you're going to pay is $15.95 a month. And that starts on your second month after you pay that $39.95 fee. And so basically that $15.95 is our little piece of Beachbody. It supports 3 different websites, all the customer service, all of the shipping, order fulfillment, completely taken care of by Beachbody for that $15.95 a month. And again, that's a tax deduction. All of our active duty military or retired military are completely free. So, and also nonprofit organizations. So we also have nonprofits who sign up with us and they generate an additional income and they don't pay any fees whatsoever as a coach. But how you come on my team and this team is with a challenge pack. And a challenge pack is a fitness program and Shakeology together. So in column A, we've got the Beachbody On Demand. So you might want to just get the streaming and you have access to so many Insanities on there, P90X, P90X3, all of that is for free. They've got Tai Chang. I mean, it's unbelievable which programs. I was just doing Insanity today. I've never purchased Insanity, but I was on my back deck and doing Insanity today. So Beachbody On Demand is changing the face of fitness. But there's also the 21-Day Fix, which is our #1 fitness program at this point, which has an additional layer of the nutritional component. And then you get that with Shakeology for the first month. So this is for you as a coach. We want you living a healthy life. We want you working our fitness programs. And so those are in between $140 and $160. And then it goes from there. Any of our fitness programs are top notch and are amazing. And so you pick which one it is you're going to start with, and you're going to get a month of Shakeology that you're going to drink every day without fail. And you're going to get 30 days free of that Beachbody On Demand. So with the fitness program, whether you purchase P90, let's say, and you're going to get P90, the 30 days of Shakeology, 30 days of the online club. So you're going to get the streaming, the meal planning, all of it. You're going to get discounted shipping as a coach with the challenge pack. It's for only $2, and then you get that support. So that's what a challenge pack includes. And that's really where Beachbody does it different, everybody. You know, you might have a physical trainer who works out with you at the gym 1 day a week. So, okay, you've got some of the fitness, right? And then, but then you're like stuck on the nutrition. So you've got the support and the fitness, but not the nutrition piece. Or maybe you have the nutrition piece and the support, but you don't have the exercise piece. Or you have the exercise and the nutrition, but not the support piece. We put that all together as one with Beachbody. And that's why we're so successful, because you have somebody to hold you accountable. And then that $39.95 fee that I talked about in the previous slide, that's waived when you come on as a coach with a challenge pack. So that's gone. And you get 25% off of all your future purchases, right? So your Shakeology, any of our nutritionals, and we didn't even talk about in our back office, we've got everything. We've got, resistance bands and additional supplements and you name it, we have it. Weights and apparel, anything that you could possibly imagine that would be health and fitness related, we have it. And you get 25% off of that. All right, so these are all our leaders. So Shane Mason Fryer is our leader of Wild Impact, and I am just one of the many leaders on this team. I can't even fit them all in these pictures, but these are some of the first ones who kind of promoted within our team. And so this is what we do. We have a private Facebook page as a team. So we're here to support you. We work with you. You're not by yourself. So you're in business for yourself, and you can go off on your own if you want to. I would not recommend that because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. We've all done this. We've made the mistakes. So let us teach you how to do this and get you in our immediate mentorship program. I have a new group starting tomorrow. I'm psyched about it. We've got a bunch of coaches getting started, and they start every 30 days. So you get in, you get your Shakeology. We help you get your Shakeology for free if you want that. If you're a discount buyer and you just want your discount, awesome. You don't have to do any of this. If you want to get your shake for free, let your upline coach help you do that. And then if you want to build this business, we have more and more and more support and tools. And it's like never ending. I think that's one of the things I love about this is that every time I think I know everything, I don't. And I don't know if you've ever been in a job where it's just like, you do the same thing, you do the same thing, you do the same thing. I love the freshness of this, that it's always something different. We're going to have a new fitness program coming out. I want to learn all about in July. We've got a new nutritional line of supplements going out soon. So amazing support. And then we have our own team training website. And then like this tonight, I'm on here sharing this with you for the coach that brought you to us tonight to help share this message. So as we start to close tonight, I have to ask you, what do you really want out of life? Is it that you want to lose weight and feel better? Maybe that's where you're at. That's where I was. I was done fooling myself. I was done fooling myself to think that I was going to be okay at the weight that I was. I wasn't. And I have so many stories as to why I wasn't, but it was just, I was waiting for that easy pill. It doesn't exist if you want to be healthy. And so maybe that's you too. Maybe you want to be debt-free. I can see that on my horizon. And Patty, who was pictured before, she shared last time when we did this, she can foresee by the end of the summer being totally debt-free. And never in a million years did she think that that was going to be possible, or credit card debt-free. That's where she's focused. And so maybe that's what you want. Maybe you're realizing you're like just treading water and like can't get out from underneath this. Maybe that's your reason for doing this. Maybe you want to fire your boss. I do. Love him. He's a great judge, but I'm done. I'm ready to live my own life. I want to take a day off or be there for my daughter when I want to. That's what I want. I want to work for myself. I want to be able to be in charge of my own salary increase and not have to wait for 3 years for a cost of living increase. I'm ready to fire my boss and I'm ready to be my own. And maybe you just want to be part of something meaningful. I have to say, in a world that is so negative, all of what's going on in the world right now, turn on the news and, looting and rioting and this, and it's so negative. This community of people is the most positive, uplifting, supportive community I've ever been able to be a part of. And so if you're missing something like that in your life, if you're kind of out there on your own, trudging through life, and you want to be part of a amazing community, then you're at home. And maybe you want to have more time to pursue your own passions. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to, be there for your kids off the school bus. Maybe you want to spend more money on a car you're restoring. I don't know. It could be whatever it is that you have passion for. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family. You don't want to have to be working weekends anymore, or working nights, when they're around. So maybe that's what you're looking for. So ask yourself, is what you're doing right now getting you really what you want out of life? Or are you just muddling through, going day to day? Of course, we all have great times, but is what you're doing now really what you want to be doing? Is that where your passion is? Do you have motivation? If you're a go-getter, if you're motivated, then the sky's the limit with this. The sky is the limit. Do you want to be part of the $82 billion health and fitness industry? That's what we have available to you. So I just want to challenge everyone as we come to a close tonight that don't wait any more minutes wondering whether you should be part of this. take the leap. There is nothing to fear. There's everything to gain. This is amazing. There's absolutely no risk to you, none, except your only risk is to lower your cholesterol or feel better every day that you wake up. That's your risk in this. And I think that's a darn good risk and reason to jump on board. So I want you to follow up with the coach who invited you tonight. Check in with them, ask them questions. We're going to stop the video and stop my screen, and I can answer questions for everyone too. But I want you to know that I am excited about where we're headed. This company has a 36-month plan already mapped out. They've been producing our Next Fitness program for the last 8 months. And we just happen to now know about it, right? Size is coming. So we get these things because this company has a very clear vision. And as a $1 billion company, we're not going anywhere. So we're only headed for bigger and brighter things, and now's the time to jump in this. So I hope to see you on this team very, very shortly, if not tonight or tomorrow morning for the 1st of May, and excited to have you as a part of this. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and I'm going to